always wondered what I'd look like had I lost weight sooner, had I not started before I was like extremely overweight, so I could mitigate the loose skin. This is me right now, getting pretty fucking swole, which I can't complain about. At 400 pounds, I really wasn't just carrying all that weight. I was carrying a lot of self-doubt, pain, and years of fucking bad habits. I started this journey not knowing if I'd like actually be able to do it, but I refused to quit because I wanted to, you know, get big. Yes, I did steroids, but I didn't do steroids until I lost the weight, a significant amount of the weight. I did it for my health, but I kind of ruined that because I did steroids because fuck it, why not? I'm gonna start doing drugs again. I'm joking. Every rep, every drop of sweat, every time I showed up, it was just all of it adding up to this day for me to get jacked and be big. And that's my ideal goal, was to get big. But now I am cutting significantly. I'm trying to get abs before June as a promise to myself, and I will have abs by June. See what I've been working for. I'm getting fucking jacked, which I'm not going to complain about because this was my intention the entire time. I wanted to get huge. I went from this to fucking this in a matter of 2 years, and I did it naturally up until 3 months ago when I decided to cycle on, which I'm now clean. I'm natural again. I feel better. I look better than I did when I was on steroids, I'll tell you that much, surprisingly. So I guess I got my answer. And, you know, if I can do it, you can do it too. My entire intention of starting this channel wasn't to promote steroid use at all. It was more so just for the fun of it. I do like to do steroids because they make you feel fucking incredible, don't get me wrong. I really did it to motivate you guys to take action and to start your journey and to do something about your weight. I mean, if you don't like the way you look, do something about it. There's no doubt about it. You have to address the issue. The first step is addressing the issue at hand. You are overweight, fix it. You're underweight, eat more, fix it. If you want to gain weight or lose weight, it depends on your goals. I've done both. I've done a bulk, I've done a cut. I've never seen my abs, but I can feel them, and I will have an 8-pack hopefully, or at least it feels like I have an 8-pack genetically wise. Genetics are the biggest thing. If you don't have good genetics, like I have big ass boulder shoulders, but that's because I'm tall and my frame's wide. You gotta work for it. There is no shortcuts about this shit. Being morbidly obese isn't just about the weight you carry on your body. It's the weight you carry in your mind. The shame, the frustration, the constant fear that every step forward will end in failure. I know because I genuinely lived it. There were days I felt invisible, and yet at the same time, like I was on display for everyone to judge. I remember avoiding mirrors, skipping events, pretending that I wasn't hungry even though I was starving. It wasn't like about the size of my body, it was about the size of my pain. One day, I hit a point where the fear of staying the same outweighed the fear of change. That day was magic. It wasn't the start of an overnight transformation. It was messy, full of doubts, and honestly, really quite painful. And if you're feeling stuck right now, I want you to hear me when I say this. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just take a step, even if it's a small step. Do something. Fix the issue at hand. If you're overweight or if you're underweight, if you want to gain weight or lose weight, it's completely up to you. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy, but I am here to tell you it's worth it. I genuinely went from 400 pounds to where I am now. Losing 170 pounds, not through gimmicks or quick fixes, not using Ozempic. Ozempic is crazy. I should get on some Ozempic. I'm joking. Don't do that shit. It ruins your blood pressure. But through consistency and confronting the truths about myself, and you can do it too, because you're stronger than you think you are. Even if you don't feel it right now, if you're ready to take the first steps, let me help you. Follow my page, subscribe to my YouTube, drop a comment, tell me where you're starting. We can do it together, because no matter where you are on this journey, you're not alone. I used to wake up every morning dreading the day, not because of work, not because of stress, but because I had to face myself. I had to face my body, my reflection, and my reality, and I hated it. Being extremely overweight isn't just physical, it's mental. It's the little things people don't think about. The way you hesitate before sitting in a chair, wondering if it'll hold your weight. Genuinely. I've broken a couple chairs because of how heavy I was. The way you feel out of breath from walking up a single flight of fucking stairs is just unbelievable. The way you pretend to laugh when somebody makes a joke about your size, even though it stings like hell and you want to beat the fuck out of the person. I mean, you're standing in front of a mirror looking at your reflection, and it's just unbelievable how far you've let yourself go. For years, I told myself that this was who I was, that losing weight was impossible, that I was too far gone, that even if I tried, I'd fail again. I mean, I went and got a Planet Fitness membership and I never used it. I never used it for like 2 months. I didn't use it. And then I canceled it. And then 2 years later, I went and got another one. Had I have started before, I would have been where I wanted to be in high school. I would have had abs. I would have had more friends. I wouldn't have been the morbidly obese kid that just wasn't the annoying fat kid. It wasn't going from 400 pounds to 230 overnight. It wasn't about making one choice, one single decision to try and then not doing the decision you made. Some days were brutal. Some days I felt like I wasn't even making progress. But that's what you learn from the gym. Delayed gratification. You're working for something that you can't see, at least not yet. But eventually, if you stick with it long enough, you will love the results. I mean, I'm fucking loving my results. I mean, yes, I'm getting fucking big, but some of it's genetics. My shoulders are genetics, my abs are genetics, my chest, that I had to work for. I had a lot of fucking fat there. I mean, the other side of my excuses was freedom. And you genuinely have this same power. You might not believe it right now, but if you trust me, if I can do this, if I can transform my body from this to this, you can change your body too. There is no doubt in my mind. You just have to work for it. You have to outwork your past self, no matter what you do, every single step of the way. When it comes to life, when it comes to business, when it comes to anything, you have to. Your future self is honestly just waiting for you to make the right decision. And yes, I did do steroids. I did use a cheat code, but this was when I already lost the weight, guys. And I'm not proud of it. It ruined my liver, and my liver will heal, but it takes time. Drinking's horrible for you, don't get me wrong, but I like to have a good time. I like to enjoy myself with my friends. Have you ever got your titties flipped? No, like genuinely. I remember standing in the hallway at school, minding my fucking damn business, and some dude walked up, smirked, and flipped my chest like it was some kind of joke and said, said I had side titties. I mean, I laughed it off because what else do? You act like it's funny before they can see how much it actually like cuts. But when I got home, that shit stuck. I'd stand in the mirror, looking at my chest, trying to hide it, hating what I saw, wishing I could wake up in a different body every day. That is true. I wish I could wake up in a different body every fucking day when I was in high school. You don't forget moments like that. Even if you've been the fat kid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every joke, every comment, every time someone thought they were being funny at your expense, that shit stays with you, genuinely. But here's what they don't tell you. Pain like that, it can either break you or it can build you. I got sick of being the joke, genuinely. Sick of feeling weak. So instead of letting their words define who I am, I let them fuel me. Every rep, every drop of sweat, every damn meal I prepped every fucking day for the last 2 years. I did it because I refused to be the same person that couldn't do anything about it. And if you're watching this and you've ever felt like you weren't good enough, if you've ever been laughed at or laughed at for how you look, listen to me, you don't have to stay where you are. You have a choice. You can either let that pain eat you alive, or you can use it to build something unstoppable. You could become what you're meant to be. You can chase your dreams. You can achieve your goals. You can go from 400 pounds to 200 pounds in 3 years. It's not easy. It's not an overnight thing, but it's hard work, dedication, and delayed gratification. The most important thing, delayed gratification. You are working for something you cannot see yet. That doesn't necessarily mean you will never see it. It means you can't see it yet. Visually, it's like body dysmorphia. You look in the mirror and you see your old self. I don't have that issue. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of what I built, and I don't care if you call me a fat ass. I don't care if you talk shit behind my back. Genuinely, because what I'm doing is the one thing you're not doing. You could never achieve what I've achieved in the past 2 years. You will never be as heavy as I am and have to battle the battle I have done unless you genuinely are that heavy. If you're skinny, just eat steak, eat ribs, barbecue sauce. That will help you gain weight. It's good food, don't get me wrong, it tastes fantastic, but it's bad for you. But you will gain weight. There is no quick fix to this issue. Whether you're underweight or overweight, you can do something about it. Now I walk into a room and I dare somebody to flip my chest. I dare them because it's not fat anymore. It's genuinely not fat anymore. It's armor.